Mike and Andrew, another OG, ton of OGs in the app. Mike and Andrew said, I could use advice on staying present. Over the course of a few weeks, dirt bikes went from having fun and learning to some imaginary rush to be faster.
I love that.
Imaginary rush to be faster. That's good.
Just talked about that. Wow. I like that phrase. Ooh. What was the first part of that?
I was going to read it over again.
Yeah.
I could use advice on staying present. Over the course of a few weeks, dirt bikes went from having fun and learning to some imaginary rush to be faster.
So before talking about presence, where I would go with that and where my mind went with that immediately was, it's that classic results focused. Mm-hmm. Couple things. You could break that question down to a couple of things. One, results focused. I want an outcome. I need to get an outcome, right? So if it's outcome focused, a lot of times there's stress and there's worry and concern because a lot of it's uncertain. If you're on a gate with 40 other riders, you can't control your result as much as you think. And that's one of the biggest things I think in Moto that we don't understand. If I am on a volleyball team and I compete against your volleyball team, you're going to win or I'm going to win. So my odds of winning, flip a coin, right? 50-50. We might win, we might lose, but I'm only competing against you. It's just head to head. However, in Moto, if there's 20 people on the gate, 25, 30, 40, whatever it is, right? The odds of me winning have gone down drastically. And Brian Latimer, one of our mutual friends, mm-hmm. When he competes as a pro fisherman, he's competing against 160 other men. What are the odds of you winning, Brian? And so what's the point? The point is that if you focus too much on a result, especially one that is not completely, but a majority of which is out of your control, that's very unsettling. It's very stressful, and you're going to be thinking too far into the future. You're going to be overthinking. You're going to be worrying. You're going to have doubts. You're going to question your abilities, question your beliefs. There's this whole cascade of things that take place because deep down, you know that you can't control it as much as you think. There's so many what ifs. And so in this case, I wouldn't, we focus on lap time so much. It's like, well, how do you get to the lap time? Instead of focusing on the result of the lap time, focus on the process of how do you get to that lap time and have fun on that. Be curious, break it down. I think that's one. I think a second thing is, think about if I told you, you need to drop a second. Like, dude, I just did the fastest lap I could. Well, actually, you're 1.5 seconds off. If you want to qualify and make the main event, and like all of us flew out here. I flew out, Dave Drake flew out, Jeremiah flew out, this guy flew out, your Jamie drove the van here. Okay. Now all of a sudden you have all that pressure to drop into second and a half. And then the narrative in your mind is, I have to drop a second and a half. When's the last time someone told you have to do something and you felt great about it? Never. I have to do something. Don't tell me I have to do anything. But that's the narrative we have in our minds in a case like that, where it's like, hey, I got to get faster. I have to get faster. That makes you unsettled, So how do you be present in that? Well, you go away from the results, you go away from all that, and you just get totally fascinated in the process of things. Like when you were upstairs, before you came down, I was fascinated to look at your YouTube studio. I wanted to see, you have the SM7B, like the classic microphone. Like, this is the microphone that everyone has. Joe Rogan uses it, and like all the other pieces. And I'm like, oh wow, what's this space like? Just be curious and enjoy, and to be present, feel the chair, look around, be aware of your surroundings. Look at wow, this is a cool track. Feel the dirt, work on your bike.
Simple stuff.
Very simple stuff.
Yeah.
But think about all your five senses and try to activate them all instead of being so focused on what you have to do. Just enjoy being there.
Yep. And if nothing else, remind yourself that you're riding a dirt bike.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, especially in his situation. He's a father of his son rides. He wants to be able to ride with his son. Mm-hmm. What's the goal? The goal is to be able to have more fun while you ride and do it more safely.
And spend time together.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Did you spend time together? Yes or no? If you did, you won. If you didn't, you didn't.
And learn.
And learn.
Just like anything in life. So yeah, that's some pretty, I think, low risk type of goals that you give out. I mean, those are not high pressure goals whatsoever.
Yeah.
And even if they were, the solution is process over product, and just like be as present as possible by focusing on simple things. What you just said was a good descriptive, because like when you start to describe and think about the mic, or you just start to describe and think about how this chair looks and feels and smells, you have no choice but to become present in that moment. So it doesn't take much. If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, make sure you go download them on Spotify and Apple Music. If you want to watch full episodes or be a person that sends in your own video submission, go to club.themotoacademy.com and subscribe to join the Moto Academy family today.